Rex? What are you doing here?
Just butting heads with the council over Krogan expansion. Shepard, we got a way out of here?
Rex, I'm a professional.
That's not a yes.
It's not a no.
Commander!
Joker, we lost our ride. Where are you?
On my way. Picked up Brooks. Figured you'd have a few questions.
Good call.
Good to be back. Yeah!
Rex, I'm a professional.
Not a yes.
It's not a no.
Commander!
Joker, we lost our ride. Where are you?
On my way. Picked up Brooks. Figured you'd have a few questions.
Good call.
Commander, did CSAC find you? Are you okay?
Yes and no. Merc's in a C-Sec shuttle.
What?
A little busy right now.
Right, sorry. We'll be there soon.
Almost there, Commander. Hang on.
Here we go.
Approaching your position, Commander. Just following the gunfire.
Copy that.
Sorry I'm late. Had to take the scenic route.
Scenic route? We nearly crashed 4 times. Where the hell did you learn to drive?
And Brooks says hi. Get to the shuttle. Good to go, Commander. Gotta go, Commander. Get to the shuttle.
Rex, I'm a professional.
It's not a yes.
It's not a no.
Commander,
Joker, we lost our ride. Where are you?
on my way. Picked up Brooks. Figured you'd have a few questions.
Good call.
Commander, did CSAC find you? Are you okay?
Yes and no. Merc's in a C-Sec shuttle.
What?
Little busy right now.
Right, sorry. We'll be there soon.
Almost there, Commander. Hang on. Approaching your position, Commander. Just following the gunfire.
Copy that.
Sorry I'm late. Had to take the scenic route.
Scenic route? We nearly crashed 4 times. Where the hell did you learn to drive?
And Brooks says hi. Get to the shuttle. Good to go, Commander.
I'm a professional.
Not a yes.
It's not a no.
Commander,
Joker, we lost our ride. Where are you?
on my way. Picked up Brooks. Figured you'd have a few questions.
Good call.
Commander, did C-Sec find you? Are you okay?
Yes and no. Merc's in a C-Sec shuttle.
What?
Little busy right now.
Right, sorry. We'll be there soon.
Almost there, Commander. Hang on. Approaching your position, Commander. Just following the gunfire.
Copy that.
Sorry I'm late. Had to take the scenic route.
Scenic route? We nearly crashed 4 times. Where the hell did you learn to drive?
And Brooks says hi. Get to the shuttle. Good to go, Commander.
Someone want to tell me what's going on here?
Who were those mercenaries? They were heavily armed and using C-Sec shuttles.
I don't know. I've never seen them before.
I can't believe you survived all that. They had guns, and grenades, and those drone things.
Brooks, it's okay. I know this is a lot to deal with.
I got shot. I got Medigel, but still, I took a desk job explicitly to not get shot. And you killed 100 guys with a pistol!
Well, yes, that did happen.
I mean, who does that? Well, you, I guess. But besides you. They said the Medigel might make me jumpy. Do I seem jumpy?
How did you get mixed up in this?
I monitored data for Alliance intel to prevent fraud and hacking of officer IDs. Like, someone using an Admiral's pass to get into a nightclub on the Citadel when that Admiral is fighting on Tuchanka. I wrote a tracking program. It's really neat. I named it Mr. Biscuits, after my cat.
Brooks.
Right, sorry. Anyway, my program detected a breach in your classified files. Soon, everything we had on you was compromised. Personnel files, mission reports, everything.
Since when does hacking personnel records involve heavy weapon fire?
Think of what criminals could do if they had Shepard's military access codes. Or Spectre codes, even.
Explains why they need you dead, Shepard. Nothing to stop them till the damage is done.
Okay. Let's figure out who they are and shut them down. Ideas?
Maybe. That pistol you picked up.
For such a tiny thing, it packs a punch. Never seen anything like it before.
Nor have I. Let me see if I can dig something up.
Well, you can try. But I should warn you, I haven't found anything yet, and I've been digging pretty deep.
I'm sure you have. Glyph.
Collating relevant intel for review, Dr. Tassoni.
Thanks.
All right, the hour's on point. What about the rest of the crew?
Yeah, what about those slackers?
Joker, you've been busy.
I found some folks who actually like being shot at.
Permission to come aboard, Shepard?
Okay, later, when this is over and everything is settled, we are gonna talk about this bait thing.
Glad Liara's on this. If anybody can sift through a mountain of boring stuff to find that one critical clue, it's her.
factor in my pilgrimage, I used to walk around near that sushi place and watch the fish through the window. I knew they'd never let me inside, but I'd think to myself, someday, when I've proven my worth to the galaxy, I'll go there for dinner.
The restaurant attack has made the news.
Nothing beats having a Krogan bodyguard.
I'm glad you made it out of that ambush okay. None of us saw that coming. But lesson learned.
A few months ago.
Shepard, I've found something. I've made some progress. Would you like me to call the meeting?
Do it.
We have a lead. I called in some favors to run a trace on the gun. It led me to a casino owner named Elijah Khan. He's been suspected of using his profits to smuggle weapons onto the Citadel. Immediately after the attempt on Shepard's life, Khan made an interesting call.
I'm cutting you off. I'm returning your down payment now. What's the problem? Turn on a vid screen. When I sell a gun, I don't want it showing up on the nightly news.
You won't be linked to me.
Save it. Our association is terminated. And if you even think of coming after me, I've got info on you ready for prime time. So you ponder that. Khan out.
So that's our identity thief.
Looks like he's got an ID disguiser. Those things are a pain in the ass to get around.
Khan didn't sound friendly to whoever that voice was. Maybe he'd pass on that info to us.
That would take some extremely smooth talking. If he sees you, he'll probably assume you're looking for revenge. The casino has a panic room. Chances are he'll have gone to ground there. EDI can give us programs to hack the door, but the cameras and guards complicate things.
Yeah. Khan could disappear, or worse. If his guards ever open fire, normal people could get hit. Like I did.
She's right. We can't risk spooking him. We go in quiet. Small team. No gunplay.
Dr. Tassoni, this evening the casino will be hosting a charity event to assist war refugees.
Purchase some tickets, Glyph. Then call up a layout of the building.
Score! So, how close can you get? You don't usually put a back door in a panic room.
This air shaft bypasses the security gate and ends up in storage. From there, the panic room's door camera can be disabled.
Too convenient. There's gonna be alarms all over that shaft.
I believe I have some countermeasures that may help. I'll know more once we're inside.
Who will go in this shaft? They need to be small in size.
Yeah, that's not me. How many snacks of roast Farron leg?
I suspect my suit's built-in tech would be picked up by security sensors.
My presence in the casino would arouse suspicion. Mechs are not allowed, since they can have cheating software.
What you need is somebody trained in zero emissions tech. No electronics, no metal, just undetectable polymers. We had a course back at Op End, disabling a bomb with these little tweezers. See, the bomb was filled with shaving cream.
All right. You're in.
What? No! What?
You said it yourself. We've all got too much tech.
But I managed to get shot just coming to talk to you. Now I'm supposed to hack my way into a safe room?
We'll be backing you up. The second you hit something you can't handle, we'll cover you.
If that's settled, it looks like there's one last hurdle to get us inside.
Which is?
Black tie required.
I look ridiculous.
Think of it like camouflage. You don't want to scare the prey.
Then we need to find bigger prey.
Okay, this is good. Everyone looks at the Krogan, nobody looks at me. I'll get to the ventilation shaft. Wish me luck.
Liara, you have any input?
I'm here, Shepard. Edie and I will keep in contact in case we're needed. Khan has a lot of surveillance set up. I'd mingle with the guests if you want to look normal.
Okay, Rex. Time to meet the riffraff.
Why, hello, love. Isn't the turnout amazing? I wasn't sure anyone would show up.
We pull together when we have to.
I feel so bad for the humans. If you need a place to stay or anything, you just let me know.
I have a place to stay now, but thanks.
So you had nothing before that? Oh, how brave of you to endure, dear.
The humans are so resilient. Like that phrase of theirs, stiff one in the lips?
Stiff upper lip.
Right, of course. What did I say?
Commander, I'm upstairs by the grate leading to the shaft, but there's a problem. Can you meet me?
Evening, officer.
Sir.
So, to sum up, tomorrow starts with the Help a Dream Foundation, then it's blood drive, refugee camp, and hospital tour.
Sounds like you turned pro.
I try.
Ms. Rios believes we have an obligation to the less fortunate.
Of course. So how are you liking the party so far?
There's a party?
Evening, officer.
Racing live from the pits of Tuchanka. Our last race saw over 25,000 credits in winnings. Faltering early. Tastes like chicken wins. Get your bets in. 5 minutes, people. Blistering start. Ahead by a head. A neck. A nose. Easy on Minko wins.
No, I'm not running for Citadel Council. I'm running for Zakara Ward City Council.
I've had bad experiences with politicians.
Who hasn't? That's why I'm running. I got sick of leaders with ties to Terra Firma or Cerberus or worse.
Oh?
The ward needs refugee facilities. It needs security, it needs jobs, it needs everything. And hopefully, with a friend like Elijah Khan backing me, I can make it happen.
Commander? I'm upstairs.
I'll call you back. Potential client here.
Enjoying the party?
Like adrenaline in my heart. They're gonna have a fire breather on the bar later and shoot fireworks.
Interesting. You're not mingling and you're not betting. What's your game?
The name's Roland Quarn. The game, Commander Shepard, is hearts and minds.
Care to elaborate?
Most people in this casino are here for a good cause. Others are just here to be seen. Phonies, if you will. They have money they won't miss. Others who are not myself.
I see the security gate.
Okay, that's great, but we gotta wait on that until I reach the end of the duct.
The thing about Solarian parties is, they all do it too well.
I don't follow.
My lab group on Sirkesh. All Solarians but me, and all with damn near perfect memories.
Oh, that could get awkward.
Exactly. It was all about who burnt the cake 6 months ago, or arguments that two people continue when they meet up once a year.
So they never let anything go?
Yeah, it was constant one-upmanship. I couldn't keep pace with them if I wanted to.
Upstairs. Whenever you're ready.
No, seriously, have you ever tried to chase an ambulance? In a sky car, it's about the most dangerous thing you can do.
Drinks are complimentary. What are you having?
Nothing too crazy. I want to be able to walk a straight line.
Thespian Temple coming up.
Are Asari drinks usually mild?
Not all of them. Mr. Khan had us put out some gelatin shots earlier. Also Asari. They kick like a shotgun.
You know, I respect the first guy who looked up inside and said, that thing up there, it isn't a star. But you gotta love the guy who said, that thing up there, that's gonna be fantastic.
Okay, right. Just like we thought. There's an alarm on the grate.
We'll have to bypass it.
Dr. Tassoni gave me this to pass to you. It's a resonance emitter lens. It should let you see security grids and wiring.
Good. I'll follow the wiring to a junction box, splice it, and disable the alarm.
You know, I heard you were an engineer. Easy to forget with all the, shooting.
The lens is working.
Good. Follow the blue wiring. In case it needs to be said, don't try to bypass a camera while you're being watched.
It's for a good cause.
The camera saw me.
Okay. No problem. Maybe if you mingle and look casual?
Don't bypass while you're being watched.
Drinks are evening.
What's popular today?
Shepard, mingle.
Well, some adventurous souls are trying the mindfish. It's what Hanar like to do instead of alcohol.
Huh. I guess since they're mostly water, the dehydration would be bad.
Right. So there's this fish with hallucinogenic skin oil. Gets Hanar buzzed right up.
What happens if humans eat it?
Way more potent. And it releases into our system slowly. Best to clear your schedule for the entire weekend.
The lens is working.
Good. Follow the blue wiring.
I see a junction in the wall, but there's a camera watching it.
Shepard, I'm sending a hack to your Omni tool. It will fool the camera, but it'll self-delete after a few seconds.
Got it. The splice is in.
Good. I've got the grate open, and in we go. Act casual. This could take a while.
Commander Shepard.
So good at Shaira. It's been a long time.
My idea of a long disappointment.
Oh.
What can I say? I put a lot of living into the last few years.
Indeed.
Do you have any advice for me this time?
When?
What?
There's a guard right below me.
Don't panic. I'll get his attention. Excuse me. I think I saw someone doing drugs in the men's room.
I see. Were you able to identify the substance used?
Red sand.
Dispatch, we've got a sand tripper in the bathrooms.
Have they tried to compromise the games biotically?
Unknown at this time. Moving to confront. Send backup. We're taking care of it, sir. Appreciate the help. You have a good night now.
You're clear, Brooks.
Thanks, Commander. I'll see if I can get to the panic room.
And I'll get back to blending in. Slow and steady. We'll get to Khan. What's your connection to Khan exactly?
He's a campaign contributor.
Uh-huh. You may want to do a background check on him.
He's dirty?
Like you can't imagine.
Oh, not again.
So you don't miss Sarkesh at all?
Not the humidity and not the lack of privacy. But the science was like nowhere else.
What did you work on?
What didn't we? Food scanners for the paranoid, chemical bonders, self-cleaning mating pools.
Learned a lot, huh?
For the mating pools, way more than I wanted to know.
Talk to me, Brooks.
I've got a pressure pad and an obstruction detector ahead. I can't disable them from here.
Okay. Edie, I need a tech solution. Brooks, stay put. We'll find some junctions and take down the sensors.
Okay. Follow the red wiring.
There's a junction by the roulette wheels, but it's in plain view of two guards.
But you can do something, right? Because my legs are maybe sort of starting to fall asleep a little.
Hang in there. We've got this.
I can get his attention, say when. I need to look.
I'm going to have to see some credentials.
I think I did it.
Testing the obstruction detector. And I think we're okay. Follow the red wiring.
I'm at a junction. There's a camera and a guard.
I'll just be here. Try not to cough.
I can get his attention, say when.
You don't need to call her. We, like to be prepared, sir.
I'm at the storage room, great. Time to hit the lock.
Be careful, Brooks. Brooks?
Oh, son of a... Hey, Commander.
What? What happened?
Infrared laser hooked up to a silent alarm. I didn't get it in time. Shepard, I'll call the responding guard to say it was a false alarm. But you must stall him before he reaches Brooks.
Hey! Just calm down. I'm trying to do 3 different things here. Barrows?
Sir, we checked out the alarm in storage. It's nothing. Minor accident.
Find out who tripped it and get them in my office by end of shift. Now you. What'd you need?
I'm sorry, are you with security? I thought you were a friend of mine. You've got the same suit.
You. Enjoy your evening.
You're clear, Brooks.
Thanks, Commander. I'll see if I can get to the panic room.
Attention, bets are locked. Attention.
Come on, Tiger Bite. Bring it home.
You got a lot riding on him?
He's my boy. Picked him up at a shelter. Whoever let him go had no eye for racers. He can outrun anything he can't outfight, and outfight anything he can't outrun.
What are the odds on it?
Enough to pay for my kids' tuition.
What can I do for you?
I'm curious. What's the craziest thing you've ever served up?
Well, there's the Barak. That's a Krogan drink you set on fire, put out, then drink from the scalding hot cup. Well, there's the Weeping Heart. That's a martini with Drell skin venom. The venom's pretty mild, though. Oh, wait. A Volus Bina. The alcohol puts you on the floor, and the ammonia lets you clean up the mess you made. If you live.
Okay, so now I think you just need to get to me. I'm on the other side of the security gate.
Right. Have you bypassed the camera back there?
Well, I got my side. Yours is still on, though. We need to finish this before someone comes by.
Hang tight. I'll get to you.
Follow the yellow wiring. I can't get the security gate to open from here. The junction must be on your side. It might be tricky, just so you know.
Have a little faith.
I can get his agents. You call that guarding?
Is there a problem you'd like to report, sir? You have a good night now.
Hey, you call that guarding?
Is there a problem you'd like to report, sir? You have a good night now.
Hey, You call that guarding?
Is there a problem you'd like to report, sir? You have a good night now. Suspicious activity. My floor.
I got...
Okay. So now I think you just need to get to me. I'm on the other side of the security gate.
Right. Have you bypassed the camera back there?
Well, I got my side. Yours is still on, though. We need to finish this before someone comes by. I can't get the security gate open. Okay. So now I think you just need to get to me. I'm on the other side of the security gate.
Right. Have you bypassed the camera back there?
Well, I got my side. Yours is still on, though. We need to finish this before someone comes by.
Hang tight. I'll get to you.
I can't get the security gate open from here. The junction must be on your side. It might be tricky. Just so you know.
Is there a problem you'd like to
Have a little faith.
Suspicious activity. My floor.
I can get his attention, say when. Hey, you call that guarding?
Is there a problem you'd like to report, sir? You have a good night now.
Hey, you call that guarding?
Is there a problem you'd like to report, sir? Suspicious activity.
Hey, you call that guarding?
Is there a problem you'd like to report, sir? You have a good night now.
Khan, I'm not here to threaten you. We need to talk.
What the hell?
You got me dressed up like this, and someone else got to do the shooting. Rex not happy.
Commander, there's a deletion order on the terminal.
Damn it.
Everything's been wiped. I don't know if it was him or the killer or... When I tripped that alarm, did I screw this up? What are you looking for?
Mistakes. Thought so. Whoever it was had to do this fast. They wiped the terminal, but not the comm.
Oh, so we can take the comm back to the safe house to scan it, or...
Elijah, come crawling back.
Guess again.
You. I see you've recovered from flopping on the floor like a fish.
You'll need to do better than that. The last guy that trash-talked me was a few kilometers taller than you.
Brave. I thought as much, but it won't matter. You have nothing. All you can do is wait for the hammer to fall.
Why do this? What did I do to you?
I'm gonna take everything you have and everything you are.
Damn it. Sorry, Commander. There wasn't enough time to trace the call.
We're not finished. Pull out the data drives.
The ones that got wiped? You think we can find something?
With Edie, anything's possible. The sooner we get them to her, the sooner we can track down this threat.
Hell of a party. Almost as good as Krogan do it. Doesn't count unless the host dies at the end.
It wasn't a total loss. Brooks, work with Edie to see if there's anything useful on those drives.
Here's hoping. I'll let you know what we find, Commander.
I am glad to see my physical proximity was not necessary to the success of the mission, Shepard.
Let's see what you find before we call it a win.
Sounds like the mission ended with a hiccup.
I look pretty damn good in a fancy dress.
I could go for some food while we wait. Too bad.
I hope Brooks and Edie can find something on the drive.
I hear it was quite the party, even if things didn't.
Shepard.
Commander, Edie and I have been analyzing those drives. I think we found something if you're ready.
Let's hear it.
Though the data's root structure was erased, the logic integrity remains viable.
Edie has an incredible talent for this stuff. I know she's an AI, but even still. We found an encrypted communication from a few days ago. Just need another minute to crack it.
A whole minute? Edie here could shave that down to 5 seconds.
I thought it best to allow Staff Analyst Brooks a chance to improve her decryption skills.
And now you've lost her chance to show off.
Like she needs it. You're the crew of the Normandy. You're legends to the rest of the Alliance.
It's all just part of the job.
Wait. Job? You mean the rest of you are getting paid for this?
Here we go. Wow. Those mercs who were after you, they bought a lot of weapons. Like, big ones.
Max? What do they need that kind of firepower for?
It appears this drone is preparing to rebel.
I have just monitored the Commander's Spectre access code in use at the Citadel archives.
Punch it up.
The archives are going into emergency lockdown. Whoever's hacking your records is there right now.
What do we know about the place?
Council keeps sensitive historical information there. Real hush-hush. Even my old CSEC clearance never got me in.
Then we'll find our own way in. Gear up and let's... What's with the Volas?
Oh, pizza delivery guy. I got the munchies.
Double pepperoni.
These archives are huge. You'll have a lot of ground to cover. Shame you can't bring everyone.
Who says we can't? All hands on deck for this one.
Hell yeah. But, who gets to take point with you?
Who's going to pay the bill?
fast way into the archives.
The facility is located below the wards. Maybe a direct breach for maximum surprise?
I like it. Sounds like you're learning the ropes.
Hell, hang out with us long enough and you'll learn ropes, knives, bombs, thresher maws.
Don't hang out too long. Pretty soon you'll be making friends with us, sorry.
I heard that.
The archives are somewhere below us. It could be pretty tricky to get in there.
Not really.
Krogan first. See you at the party, princesses.
Not this again.
Ambush!
Scatter and take cover!
In the open. They only had at least 5 minutes before our mission went south. Jeopardize the full crew!
Brooks, you okay?
Upstairs! Scattering and taking cover!
Where do you think you're going, princess?
That's enough! Drop your weapons, or this won't end well for her.
You bastard!
All right. Whatever you think you're getting away with, there's nowhere you can run. Nowhere you can hide where we can't find you. Hide? Why? I'm Commander Shepard. I never hide.
Uh-huh. So that's how it's gonna be.
Who are you? You weren't the only Shepard that Cerberus brought back to life. But at least one of us will finally do something with it. If you're really me, then we're on the same team. Hardly. I was created for spare parts, in case you needed another arm, or a heart, or a lung.
A clone.
Did the elusive man send you? No. He abandoned me when he had what he wanted. You.
Then why have you been trying to kill us?
Because I don't have his memories. I'd never fool my supposed friends. The ones who abandoned their duty to join the cult of Shepard. Like you, Talazor of Vast Normandy. I'm not sure whether to kill you with a bullet, or just take off your helmet and cough.
You're just a cheap imitation of the real thing.
I'm the real thing perfected. I'm you without the wear and tear, Shepard. The doubts, failures. I'm the lone wolf you were always meant to be. Without the emotional baggage holding me back.
No one will ever believe you're Shepard.
They will when I'm flying his ship. This is Shepard. Initiate Normandy lockdown. Transmitting command codes now. Good idea. Too bad the signal was blocked. Trainer, this is Shepard. Prep the Normandy for emergency departure. We're leaving. I'm setting the command codes now.
Acknowledged. We'll get underway.
Never thought I'd say it, but I'm looking forward to killing myself. I guess ominous threats of violence run in our DNA. But mine is more than a threat. Execute them. The cult of Shepard ends today.
pushing into the archives. Stay in your groups. Team Mako, you're on point.
Right. What's a Mako? Something we could use right about now.
Team Hammerhead, cover the flank.
Got it. And the Mako's got nothing on the Hammerhead.